Well, hi Sagittarius. Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. One more shuffle for Sagittarius. Let's find out what you can expect coming up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably yours. If it does not resonate, I would check moon sign. That is your private emotional side. Readings don't usually go past 6 months. Pretty near future. Could be starting already. The overall energy of your reading is the Five of Swords. Gathering up your truth, gathering up your clarity with these swords and looking back at someone. So it is about somebody, but you're looking behind you. So it's all about them. Either you're not forgetting about them and you're gathering up your swords of truth and clarity, or you're letting them go. I'm not sure exactly until we get into this reading. But this Five of Swords surrounds your entire reading, and it is about gathering up the truth and the clarity. Okay? We have in your highest energy the Strength card. This is the card for Leo. Leo might be strong in your chart or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. First off, infinity symbol. So your intuitions are running high. It's all about intuition and knowing. So you will know what you need to do, and you will find the strength and the courage to do it. That's what this card is all about. You will be very strong. You're finding your truth and clarity. Above the Five of Swords and next to your Strength card is the King of Cups. Well, they're all male or female. The King of Cups is water, so that'd be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. That might be strong in your chart or in someone else's chart around this reading. But this is your energy about you have a giant cup of love. You're just kind of holding it close to your body, and you're not really reaching out with it. And it's right above this Five of Swords. So whatever this truth and clarity is, it's like you're kind of it's putting you in this state where you feel like you need to pull your love back because you have a lot of it. You have the Ace of Cups right next to the King of Cups. That is a big cup of love, like I said. You have a huge cup of love for somebody you're looking back at. But there's some sort of truth, some sort of clarity where you're going to have to reach deep and find your strength and your courage to pull back this cup of love because of some truth and clarity. Now let's see where this goes, because I have the Three of Pentacles under the Strength card next to the Five of Swords. This is, I think there's going to be an issue. I think there's going to be a little fight, verbal fight, not physical. I think there's going to be a butting of heads or not seeing things the same way as you do, as you want to, okay? So there's going to be a little bit of tiff going on here, and it has to do with this truth and clarity. I think you're finding out they don't feel the same way as you about something, and it's making you feel like you want to pull back that cup of love, okay? Because the more truth and clarity you get, the more it feels like you want to pull back that cup of love. It's hard because you have love for this person, whoever it is in your life. I have the World card next to the Five of Swords and under the Ace of Cups. So this is entering a new life cycle. Things are changing here, and it has to do with everything that's happening. So there's a new life cycle waiting for you. I don't know if it's with them or without them, because I need to finish this reading. Either way, you are entering a new life cycle. Your mind is still on them, but you are entering a new life cycle, pulling back the love, because there's something, usually in a situation like this, it's something more like a moral situation or different religious or political view, something like that, and it really is really causing you conflict. And you're using your strength and your everything you have in order to try to move into a new life cycle, even though you still haven't taken your mind off them. And you did have a tiff, but I don't see a separation. So let's see where this goes. I have the Eight of Pentacles. So you're going to be in contact with whoever this is. There's going to be a lot of texts or emails or video chats, however you do it through the airwaves. Back and forth, back and forth. And I think is what is going to be decided is, and what's going to be talked about is, how are we going to work on this relationship? That's what it's all about. It's because you're withdrawing from the relationship. They are more or less feeling pushed away, in a sense, not a physical sense, but a mental sense, pushing them away. And I think you want to know, how can you focus and work and build on this relationship now? Okay. So this is the Eight of Pentacles. It's right next to the Two of Wands. This is right under the World card. The Two of Wands is that you do have your hand on the staff of fresh starts in the beginning, so you might take it with them. You might decide to work on this with them. And then the other hand, you have the World, right under the World card. So you're not moving forward, but you are ready to move into a new life cycle. And I think it's with or without them. So you're ready either to move forward and work on this relationship with them, or you're ready to move forward without them into a new life cycle. And I think it all depends on what comes out of this conversation you have with them. Let's take out the second part of this reading. It's a difficult thing for you to do. It's not easy having that Strength card up in your highest energy. But, it's like one of those things you feel like you have to make a change. You have to move forward. You have to either, with clarity and with truth, with them or without them. It's like a crossroads. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. The Knight of Cups came up on your highest energy line. So it feels like there is going to be some handing out of the love. It's like you do have the love. I think they have love for you too. If you're wondering, they do. I think whatever this is a different point of view that is really coming between you two. So I have the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is right next to the Death card. The Death card is a card for Scorpio. Scorpio might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. And they're all male or female. But more importantly, it's about leaving the old behind and moving forward. So there might be some forgiveness here. You might be moving forward with this person and trying to enter a new life cycle here. But not without you being on guard, because now that you're picking up swords of truth and clarity, you're going to keep one up in the air. So you're going to be looking for truth and clarity as you move forward. But it looks like you're going to decide to go ahead and try to work this out and move forward with this person. Okay? So they do have feelings. This is a sincere couple of. You're like, okay, we'll give it a try, but your sword is up. Right next to the World card, though, is a Nine of Pentacles. See, like I said, you will move forward with or without them. But you need to be grounded. And some part of this, because we have working on this relationship and we have the swords, is that this relationship, whatever happened, whatever the thoughts are, whatever was going on here, it made you feel less grounded. You are a very grounded person. You're stable, you're secure, you are self-assured. And so, you can move forward in your own world or with them, but I think you're going to move with them, but you're still going to have your sword up. You're still single. I don't see a marriage. Well, or do I? Or do I? Because, oh my gosh, okay. So we know how you are. You are very self-confident. You're not going to put up with anything. You did talk about it. It's not like you treated it very maturely. And you had a discussion. They decided that they have feelings for you too. They don't want you pulling back your love. They're in love with you, and you're in love with them. Don't deny that. And but right next to the Nine of Pentacles is the Nine of Cups, and under the Death card, leaving the old behind and moving forward. This is wishes coming to fruition. This is love, like you're holding back your love. See all this love on a shelf. I think you are going to be able to hand it out. Like I said, I think you are moving forward with them, and you will be yourself. You will maintain your balance of who you are. You will be able to hand out this love, and then along comes a commitment. This is where this is headed. But in the whole time, your sword is still up. You're still looking for the truth and clarity, okay? But I feel like this person will want to be committed. This is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is an offer here of commitment. Yeah, they care a lot about you. So whatever happened here, it looks like you're going to really try to work on it, get it worked out. You are moving forward, and to the point that they want commitment. I have the Three of Swords under the Nine of Pentacles and next to the Two of Wands. So, entering this new life cycle, yeah, you were in tears. You're in tears because you were feeling like holding your cups of love back. You were in tears because of this truth and clarity that was coming to you. The Three of Pentacles is here. There could have been someone else involved. That could be feeding misinformation, could be rumors, it could be a mother-in-law type situation, or a mother, or a child, or something. It feels like there's somebody involved in your relationship that should not have been. And part of the truth was coming out, and it's like, do you want to move forward with me or without me? Because I'm moving forward. So yeah, there was tears there. And you got into this Three of Wands energy, waiting for your ship to come in. And I think you made it very clear that you will move forward with or without them. That's how I feel. And I feel like here you are looking for your ship out there. Is it going to be them, or is it going to be someone else down the road? But I see you moving forward with them. I really feel like you had this conversation that's really got to the heart of the matter. And then I have the Emperor. Now this is under the Ace of Pentacles and next to the Three of Wands. This is a card for Aries. Aries might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But the thing about the Emperor, male or female, is being rigid, being stubborn, being set in their ways, being kind of like rigid as far as thinking goes. And unless you are totally satisfied with their behavior or their beliefs or whatever it was that happened here, unless you're totally satisfied, you're not going to accept a commitment. You will sit there on that throne like, I'm not ready yet, because you have to be totally convinced. You're very well liked, you're very well respected by others. But it's the ones closest to you that see the stubborn side. You do have a stubborn side. You are very self-assured. But they're going to want a commitment, and I'm not sure that you're going to reach out for it. I'm not sure how you're going to handle this. The readings only go out 6 months. I'm going to take one more card. Maybe we'll have our answer. Yeah. The Six of Swords. Yeah, you don't want to move forward fast. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, that's one of the things. Maybe that commitment comes in a little too fast. I think you're going to want to slow things down. When they come in with this cup, you're going, look at all these swords of truth and clarity. This is the 5. Now we got the 6. So you're just gathering them up as you go along. You're no dummy. You're definitely paying attention to what's being said, actions, words, everything. So you're not alone. So you're moving away from these rocky waters, this bickering, this fighting, this almost separating, almost moving into your own world on your own. So you're moving forward, and this boat's being pushed by a pole. So it takes work, and it takes time to get to the other side, which is a much more quiet and peaceful place. And that's where you're headed. That's where you're headed in this relationship. So moving forward with the person that you love. You don't have to move forward alone, even though you could have. But you decide to try to work on this. So Sagittarius, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.